Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. Alright, let's start the show. Every time that's
every time, right?
I just need to have it as a background. Like every single time, it just bounces. It just goes hard.
Yeah,
we love it.
You should definitely keep that in the background.
Yes. What's going on, Mavericks? We are back with another episode of The Unusual Mavericks. I'm your host and moderator, Kwame Speaks, joined by the bearded one and the blackalicious, Just Dominic.
Hey,
What's
everybody.
going on? How are you, Dominic?
I am good. I'm really excited about these last 2 weeks, before break. We've got 2 very exciting episodes. I guess we kind of saved the best for last, so I'm really excited about that.
Yes. I'm super excited about today's episode. Shout out to Keats Reynolds. What's up, King? How you doing?
How you doing?
Thank you for joining Maverick. We appreciate you. Do me a quick favor, y'all. If you are just joining in the building, go ahead and hit that like button. If you are on the replay or if you're watching live, go ahead and hit the like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So I have to catch you. Hey, Michaela, what's going on?
Michaela, how you doing?
Hey, I'm not staying. I'll catch you. No problem, Michaela. Hanging. We appreciate you for coming through, stopping on by.
Yes.
Go ahead and hit that like button on the way in and out. We appreciate you, Queen. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and get into some things. We have a lot to talk about, so I'm ready to get on into it. So it's time for y'all's favorite time of the day, the Maverick Alert. Oh, there it is. I was like, did it come up? What's going on? All right, so it's time for the Maverick Alert, y'all. We got some breaking news and stuff going on. First up, the DCEU reset. My God, on today. Let's check it out. First up, I don't have my notes. Hold on. Where's my notes?
You definitely need your notes.
I need my notes. Okay,
you're
so
starting off on the wrong. Oh, you're right.
Right. So in 2024 is set to be the year of DC, with Marvel pushing back mostly every movie to 2025. James Gunn and Peter Safron have a small window of opportunity to reset the DCU. Here's what DC is bringing: Joker 2. It will have been 5 years since Joker was released, with the sequel hit when the sequel hits movie theaters, as Joker 2 is set for 2024's award season. The movie will be released on October 4th, 2024, and it's hardly surprising that Warner Brothers filming officially wrapped back in April 2023. Well, before the SAG-AFTRA strike occurred, so the film likely won't be delayed unless Warner Brothers opts to push it deeper into the awards corridor. What is your thoughts on that?
I think they're going to leave it where it is. I can't imagine that next year is a big year. Actually, starting with Aquaman 2. They really don't have much competition for the next year. This is one of the most anticipated sequels, period, within the DC catalog, period. We know that this was an Oscar winner, the first Joker. So there's a lot riding on this. We know Gaga has really proven to be quite a force to be reckoned with in regards to her acting abilities. She's really doing her thing. And Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, he's brilliant. This is this is really stunning art. And they've really kept this quiet.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to really see what this is like.
Yeah. I feel like, as far as acting wise, I feel like Joaquin is really gonna bring out a lot from Lady Gaga. Gaga is a phenomenal, in my opinion, a really, really good actress.
Stephanie, yes.
Yeah, she's really, really good. I've seen her in a lot of her other films. And she's good. I can't deny it. She's
Yeah.
good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Joaquin Phoenix. I've always just been enthralled in how he portrays characters and stuff like that. So, and the way he portrayed the Joker was really, really different. I think a lot of people were anticipating him to kind of be like the other Jokers, and I think the fact that he kind of made it his own was really, really smart. Yeah,
Oscar-winning performance, clearly.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's all we got for the Joker. Anything else?
No.
All right, let's get into the next reset, or what's looking forward to, the Sandman. The Sandman is Netflix has confirmed Sandman 2, the Sandman Season 2 is back in production following the strike. The cast and crew returned to work back in November 2023. Mason Alexander Park, a cast member, expressed enthusiasm for the upcoming season. Production began in June, but halted due to an actors' strike due to the actor strike in July. Excuse me. A release date is pending, with the earliest expected in November of 2024.
I believe that, because before the strike, they had already filmed, I believe, 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. And this is only a 10-episode season.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that there's going to be a lot of post-production. I can't imagine it taking more than 6 months to wrap on this, and to see the breakout star from Pose in this season is just really good. And these are really pictures from the set taken a few weeks ago.
Yep.
So I'm
super excited about this. I love the Sandman. I think this was season one, and I think this was one of DC's, if not, in my opinion, DC's best series. I just felt like it was really well done. I think they need to produce more with Netflix. I think that they need to start.
Well, they are.
Right, but what I'm saying is, just kind of really focusing on a lot of the shows to have this type of look for a lot of the DC shows. So the Sandman was really, 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 really good. And I just thought it was brilliant, and it was really a huge moneymaker for Netflix. So
well, that's why they're expanding the universe.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to
it, which is really exciting.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, there's that. The next thing that's coming up, rather, Speaking of or Netflix stuff, according to early screening, you're going to want to have Netflix's Dead Boy Detectives on speed dial. In the teaser for the upcoming Supernatural series, we meet Edwin Payne, played by George Restrew, and Charles Rowland, played by Jaden Revy. Excuse me. The brains and the brawn behind the Dead Boy Detectives agency. Beware. These sleuths aren't human. They're both ghosts and lovers. What? I didn't know that. I didn't follow the Dead Boy Detective. That's interesting. They're both ghosts and lovers. Although they're dead, they've chosen to remain on Earth and use their powers for good. They are a part of the Sandman universe, which means some of that cast will be featured in this series, including the Sandman. That's dope.
Yeah, that's why you just said that they need to expand, and here they are expanding.
Yeah. Keith said they look like twins. They really do, but that's interesting.
They do.
They really do look like twins.
Paid attention to that just now.
Yeah, because at first the guy on the left, he looked like what's his name? What's their name? That plays the Flash.
Grant Gustin.
No. The
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller. They look like he looks like them. So, but anyway, I digress. At least in this picture, he does. It says early reviews are in, and they are great. Edwin and Charles' investigation take them on some spooky quests, from run-ins with evil witches to fights with bloody monsters, with a little help from a clairvoyant named Crystal, played by Cassius Nelson, and her friend Nico, played by Yuyu Kitamura. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. The gang cracks some of the mortal realm's most mystifying paranormal occurrences and will eventually land their biggest case yet. It will debut sometime in 2024. I am excited for this.
Yeah, they wrapped on this a while back, and then when this was the same writers and producers of Sandman are producing this.
Nice.
So there's gonna be some tie-ins, they said. So even though Sandman season 2 may not come out to the end of next year, we'll still see that universe and some of those characters in this show. So I'm really, really excited about this too.
Yeah,
and I think they recast one of the guys because originally this was a spinoff from Doom Patrol, and one of the guys was blonde.
Yes,
I believe they recast. Right.
Yeah, what's the spinoff? Well, I don't know if they recast, but I don't remember who played. I can't remember, but I do remember them being different hair colors. So, but that's interesting. You know, regardless of whatever's going on, I'm really interested in this because I'm looking at even the picture of this, and I'm gonna look at the trailer when we get off today. But I'm definitely going to check this out because the filter looks similar to the Sandman's filter, like the production filter.
Same production house.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing that's going to be dope. So
it's the same writer, same director.
Yeah, so good casting, good not casting, good move on DC's part here. Next up, the Creature Commandos. The Creature Commandos release date is not yet revealed, but we do know that it will be released on Max, directly to Max. So in 2024, we can expect it to arrive in mid 2024. And according to Gunn, this series will be the first thing to come out of the brand new DCU he has created. Interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Viola Davis plays a big part in this animated series, and it's supposed to be a setup to her series, Waller, that should be coming out sometime, I believe, in 2025. So, yeah, 2024 is a perfect time for them to sow all their seeds, get everything kind of, started, right?
Yeah.
Get the foundation work laid. So we'll see.
We'll see how it goes, but I'm definitely looking forward to all of this. And based off what's being said, it looks like DC's coming for them. But next up, the Penguin. The Penguin was never given an official release date from Max. However, according to a tweet from Deciders Megan O'Keefe, the series was originally expected to debut in spring 2024, but is now eyeing a fall 2024 release. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be booked in the fall. August, September, November, October, all the way. It's going to be crazy at the end of next year with all.
Yeah, they need to make up for all this time that they had and all the stuff that was missed.
I'm surprised they didn't leave it in the spring because there's nothing coming in the spring. It's like take advantage of the whole year.
Yeah, well, they have to make up all that time. So, filming and production and editing and all that stuff, whatever. So, everybody was shut down. So, that was a couple of months.
I think this was done, though, before. This was done before the strike. But they changed the schedule regardless.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what goes on with that. The last thing, and that the most anticipated DC animated movies is Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. Part 1, Part 2, and Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3 will be released throughout 2024 and will be on video by Christmas 2024. Part 1 is listed as releasing on January 24th, 2024. The upcoming movies include a unique reimagining of Batman as a young Aztec boy, a multiverse story featuring the Justice League, and an animated retelling of Watchmen. That is going to be very interesting.
This is why they pushed that other stuff back to the end of the year. It's going to be coming out in the first. People are going to go crazy to see this.
Yeah, and it's going directly to it's going to Max, so we don't have to worry about
and for sale immediately.
And having issues with
this is going to break some things.
Because
everybody loves this story.
Right, and also in addition to all of this, DC has reigned when it came to animated shows. So
they have.
They've done a phenomenal job on all of that. So we'll see
how rumor has it the voice actors that they have lined up for this are unbelievable. All of the A-list talent that signed up to do the voice work for this. So yeah, I can't wait to see this because we've never seen this in animation form. The CW did their best and they did a really good job for what they had, but this is going to just surpass all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward, and it's a 3-part. Oh God, this is gonna be so.
Yeah, this is gonna be dope. I'm definitely looking forward to it. All right, y'all. Well, that's all of the breaking news we got. Let's get into some Blerd news right on here. Yes. It's time to blurt out. We have some information going on. We have some stuff coming up that we need to chat about as it pertains to Marvel and DC. All right. So first up, in we're gonna go ahead, since we were so DC heavy, let's go ahead and just get into Marvel, shall we?
Yes.
So with Marvel, there was reports that Robert Downey Jr. was going to come back as Iron Man. There's a lot of, well, not reports, rumors. Let me say that, because
they were in talks.
They were in talks. There was a lot of people saying that, they were hoping that this was going to happen. So apparently, Robert Downey Jr. won't be returning as Tony Stark. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige says amid rumors of the original Avengers team reassembling. In a new Vanity Fair cover story that dives deep into Robert Downey Jr.'s journey from Hollywood bad boy to box office superhero to what many believe will be his third Oscar nomination for his portrayal of Louis Strauss in Oppenheimer. Feige said that Downey Jr.'s exit in Avengers Endgame in 2019 is a moment that Marvel won't touch. We are going to keep that moment and not touch that moment again, Feige said. Many have speculated that Downey's price tag is too much for the struggling studio. Many went into Endgame figuring it'd be Downey's last appearance as Iron Man, and they were inevitably proven right. Although Tony Stark couldn't take it with him, Downey's Endgame salary earned him around $75 million, with the rumored 8% back-end deal earning him an extra $55 million for his film role. We already said tearful goodbyes on the last day of shooting. Avengers Endgame co-director Joe Russo added, everybody had moved on emotionally. But in November before we even get into the next step, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm not surprised. Robert Downey Jr. was filmed going into Marvel Studios headquarters, and they saw him and Kevin Feige speaking together. So there are confirmed pictures that he was on set and talking to different people. And so I do believe that his price tag is just too much.
Yeah.
75 plus 55 million for one movie. You can't afford, look how they've been suffering quite a bit recently. Yeah. And we know he can bring in the box office. I believe that he can bring in the box. It's really interesting that Robert Downey Jr., they call him, and this is what Vanity Fair, this is the difference between somebody black and somebody white. They called him the previous bad boy. Now, this guy was high off his mind and had black boyfriends plowing him silly, according to outlets everywhere back in the day.
Who are you talking about?
Him, Robert Downey Jr.
Are you for real? Is it a legend?
No, it was reported in every Hollywood. Remember when Whitney was going through her drugs situations and the press were able to take pictures of her and her situations? They were able to do that with him. He went to jail for a while. He was coked out and going crazy and was getting plowed by black men, according to the press. And he met his wife right before that movie he did, Gothica, with Halle Berry. And she helped get him into rehab and got him cleaned up. And now he's become the golden child. It's really interesting to see that how his life turned around. But if he were of a darker persuasion, would we let go of that? Would they have let go of the fact that Tony Stark got plowed by black men in prison?
Well, what was that that candidate that was running for, I think it was a Florida Senate or Florida governor or mayor? And he was found, with a friend, coked out of his mind or whatever, he was on drugs or whatever. So I mean, he's never hold on one second. What You shut your mouth when you talk to me.
Yeah, it's just really interesting to see how, because he made a very powerful producer.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Yeah.
has been in charge of his career ever since he did the movie Gothica, and she really helped turn him around. I Who knows if he still has friends, but what we do know is that now he's the golden boy. It's
Yeah.
really interesting.
It's very interesting. Come back kid. I like Robert Downey Jr. I think I think
I
he's a
do
good
too.
actor.
A lot of black men allegedly like him.
Okay, we're moving on. We've got off the deep end. Next up, we in regard in along with the other rumors of Chris Evans coming back in November, actor Chris Evans, who played Steve Rogers, Captain America in several Marvel films, addressed rumors about the Avengers cast reuniting for a Marvel Studios project, and he said that it's news to me. I think every couple months, someone says that they're getting Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson, and everyone's coming back. No one's spoken to me about it, he said. So,
I don't know if I believe him.
Really?
I don't know if he would come back as Captain America, because I think that would be a conflict of interest. But to come back as Johnny Flame in
as Ghost
Secret
Rider?
Wars, no, Johnny Flame, who was a part of the Fantastic Four, wasn't that his name?
Oh, Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Sorry, not Flame. Johnny Blaze, the Human Torch. I believe he's gonna come back as the Human Torch in that whole doppelganger Secret Wars movie that they're talking about.
That would be interesting.
Because people forgot he was in the Fantastic Four movie back in the day.
Yes, that's how he got his foot in the door for
Yeah, even though it was over at Sony, it was a Marvel movie, so
yeah. So
or Fox.
Johnny Storm. I'm sorry, why we said Blaze? Johnny Storm. What's his name?
Johnny Storm. Well, we know the Human Torch was a part of Fantastic Four, so yeah, I really do think that he may come back in the next 2 years and cameo as that character with Halle Berry and the rest of them. That's all coming back.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. All right, next up, Jonathan Majors, y'all.
Jonathan.
So Jonathan Majors' accuser, Grace Jabari, testifies about his rage as she takes the stand in tears at the assault trial. Jonathan Majors, who was present in the courtroom during the testimony Tuesday, has pleaded not guilty. Grace Jabari took the stand Tuesday morning, rarely looking at Majors, who kept his face turned to his lap at his seat at the defense table. Dressed in a gray and red plaid suit, the white 30-year-old British woman who is a dancer cried often, wiping her tears with a tissue and apologizing to the court for her tears. She discussed the many times she said she had been scared of Majors, afraid of setting him off. She described Majors as angry, enraged, and aggressive. Majors, 34, is now facing 2 charges of assault in the third degree, aggravated harassment in the second degree, and harassment in the second degree for the alleged fight in March. His attorney, Priya Chaudhry, forgive me for mispronouncing her name, or Priya Chaudhry, said the case boiled down to a jealous ex-girlfriend upset about a breakup and painted Jabari as unstable when she saw a text message from actress Megan Good. Also pointing out that Jabari has a history with the law in England for DV, in which she was the aggressor. Majors had no comment when he left the courtroom bearing a Bible with his new girlfriend, actress Megan Good, in tow. This was a major blow to Jabari's case.
So I'm so happy that the defense were able to submit her court records from jolly old England. Yep. Showing that she has some issues and some anger issues when it comes to dating. This is not her first run-in with the law. And then we also know that it was submitted to the court that she apologized for being completely unstable, and she was trying to take back all the accusations that she has made that got them in this situation. And it sounds like also the prosecution prosecution tried to get character witnesses about Jonathan Major, and that was all thrown out. So it's actually starting to kind of move in his favor and show that this woman, look at her, she does not look mentally stable.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. And I'm so sorry that he got tied up with this fatal attraction type of situation, because according to the court records allegedly that came over from England, she sounds kind of fatal attraction, like she'll boil your bunny, okay? So
boil your bunny cow.
That's the way it comes off. And then all of the tears and all of this, it just sounds so extra.
And I want to make sure that we're not taking light of
no, because here's a woman right here, Megan Good, right?
Yeah.
This queen, what I'm not concerned about her safety. The last pictures that we saw from this Tuesday, do you see how she looks? She doesn't look like she's concerned about her safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he has a female attorney as well saying, nah, there's too much evidence that kind of shows that this woman may be unstable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, like I was saying, I don't want us to, take away from the or make light of domestic violence or anything like that. But I also want to make sure that we are, because, I'm always all about, always believing the victim or believing, whatever. But everybody has their day in court at the end of the day.
And who is the victim here?
Right. So what I get frustrated with this whole situation is that this is exactly what happened to our ancestors.
Yes.
And I talked about it today on Morning Vibes, but I get really frustrated with these type of situations where it's because at the end of the day, I didn't even know who Grace Jabari was prior to all of this.
No.
Okay. We only knew Jonathan Majors, and it always feels, and then it's the whole thing that came out about her saying that he was mad at her or talking to her about how she needed to act more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama. Yes, I don't think that's an insult. You should be acting with decorum and grace and respect, and with
live up to your namesake,
and live up to the namesake of royalty that those queens did. They were very poised. They were very, and they didn't act crazy in public. So yeah, he as an aspiring actor, and on top of not even an aspiring actor, he was a star. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He was a star. He still, to this day, is one of the few actors that I feel that has great potential to win many Oscars. You know what I'm saying?
Let this be a lesson to everybody. Do a background check on some of these folks.
So finishing up what I was saying, I think one of the things that I get frustrated with when it comes to people like her is that, you didn't think about, because you saw whatever reason you snatched her from, and this is something that they've talked about. Yes, there's a pressure on Black men to be a certain way, in especially when you make it into the limelight. You know what I'm saying? So Jonathan Majors was put into a position of stardom. And when you're a black man and in the face of stardom, you have to act a certain way. You have to make sure that you are keeping your nose clean, that you are doing what you need to do to hold up society. Because not only are people looking at you that's outside of the community, but even those within the community are looking at you as a role model. So that's added pressure on top of it. So you acting like a crazy girlfriend in public, no, that's not cute. You do need to act like Coretta Scott King. You do need to emulate Michelle Obama. You do need to not be rolling your neck and trying to snatch people's phones and attack people and chasing people down the road, which they have already submitted that she was chasing after him in the street like a crazy woman. And I just feel like this is I just believe. And this is not to be graphic. I just believe he has a magic stick. There's no way that he's just that people act this crazy if he didn't. I'm sorry. Anywho, that's all I got to say about that. Anything else on Jonathan Majors? Good luck, King. We're gonna definitely be praying for you for real. Because I want you to be vindicated. I want you to come back to the MCU or DCU, wherever you feel you deserve to be. But I want you to continue your acting. I want you to go back into the rising star that you are. Okay. Good luck. Next up, Mahershala Ali gives hopeful MCU Blade. Gives hopeful MCU Blade movie update after troubling behind the scenes reports. I'm sincerely encouraged. Following numerous creative problems with the reboot, Blade star Mahershala Ali breaks silence on the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Ali is optimistic, saying he is encouraged by the direction of the project and he expects to resume work soon. Blade has suffered many changes, leaving many to believe this project will never be completed. Then, news of Wesley Snipes resuming his role as Blade has left many very concerned about the future of Blade in the MCU. On Wednesday, Mahershala Ali released a statement. We're working on it. That's the best I can tell you. I'm really encouraged with the direction of the project. I think we'll be back at it relatively soon. I'm sincerely encouraged in terms of where things are at and who's on board and who's leading the way as far as the writing of the script and the directing and all that. So that's the extent of what I can tell you. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm excited to see Wesley Snipes return in Deadpool 3. He's resuming his role really as Blade. So I'm actually really excited about that. For those old school fans that love the original Blade, I'm really excited about that. It does add it does, I guess, bring a little cloud to what Mahershala is doing, because but at the same time, I think it's great for the character that we get a chance to see two different versions of the character within 2 years. So yeah, it's moving slowly, but it sounds like things are moving. So
I wonder how they're gonna spend that. I mean, they could do so much to spend that because Blade is a vampire, or half vampire or whatever. So I don't know, they can just say that he got younger.
No, it's a multiverse scenario. So
that's
we already
true.
know that.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's all we got for Blerd news. Anything else before we go to commercial?
No.
All right, we're gonna get into one of my favorite humans on Earth, and we're gonna talk about what and how she brought so much to the comic book universe and to the world of superheroes. We'll be right back, right after this commercial. Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
And we're back by popular demand. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm and it does allow you to join this whole family here. We appreciate you. All right, y'all. It's time to get into some Maverick talk. We're going to talk, Maverick time, excuse me. We're going to talk about someone really, really dope. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing a little bit more about her. Do you want to talk about it? You want to get into it?
Yeah, do we want to go over who we talked about in the past?
Yes, we do. All right. So in the past, in the series that Dominic has produced and put together, we've talked about many different people. And one of the Mavericks that we talked about is Helene Flowers. We've also talked about Afua Richardson. We started out with talking with Helene, then Afua, and then Matt Baker. Hey, Matt, how you doing? And Dr. Sheena Howard. Shout out to that queen. And Athena Martinez, as well, Alethea Martinez, as well as the great Dwayne McDuffie, one of our favorites that we talked about this past series. Also, Sanford Green, shout out to him. And shout out to Natasha Bustos. Also, we talked about Laiso McKeezy. And then we also learned about Robin Smith and her contributions, as well as Jamal Campbell. Hey, Jamal. We also talked about Nyla Magruder. Shout out to her. Anthony Piper. Hey, Anthony. How you doing? What's going on? And Phil Lamar was who we talked about last week. So shout out to all of that. But today we're going to be talking about the one, the only Cree Summer. Dominic?
Yes. So
Yes.
let's talk about Miss Summer. So Summer was born Cree Summer Franks in Los Angeles, but was raised on a Native American reservation in Canada. I'm not going to say Saskatchewan, even though I almost said it correctly. Canada. And so, which is really interesting. And so she was raised as a member of the Cree Nation. Summer began acting back in 1983. Her first role was as Penny Gidget. All those remember the niece and the brains behind Inspector Gadget.
Go Gadget!
This was Cree Summer. And she was just so awesome. That show was, I could put that on today. It is still so cute to me. But some of her most prominent live action work, we all know her as Freddie Brooks from the sitcom A Different World, the spinoff of The Cosby Show. She is also in real life best friend to the legendary actress Lisa Bonet. Yes, Kwame, give her a hand. Lisa Bonet. That's right. Anyway, since 1995, Summer has focused primarily on voice acting. After A Different World ended, she just really dove into voice acting, and some of her most famous and best known roles are Elmira Duff from Tiny Toons. Oh God, Elmira was so funny to me. She is just a nut. She also voiced the role of Susie Carmichael in Rugrats.
Yes. One of my favorite shows.
Yes, that it was such a good show. She also worked on some DC projects as well. But before she did that, she worked on another role in Tiny Toons as Bat Duck's Alfred-like maid.
I didn't know that.
She was.
I was a huge fan of Tiny Toons. I watched almost every episode of that show.
Yeah, well, Tiny Toons, she did Elmira, and she also did the maid to
That
Bat
makes
Duck.
sense.
So Elmira constantly squeezing and killing the bird. It was so hilarious. So she's also done some work for Marvel Studios as well.
Hey,
and
Dr. Hope.
DC Entertainment. She's done some video game work for one of the most famous games, most popular games, Batman Arkham Asylum, where she provided the voice of Dr. Penelope Young. So she played opposite the legendary Batman, voiced by Kevin Conroy. She's also done a few more things within the DCEU. She played Max Gibbons, Natasha Irons, Tigress. That's right, Tigress.
Wow.
Vixen, Rain Song.
She was Vixen?
She did the voice of Vixen in some of the animated movies.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, not in the series. That was David Bautista's wife, who plays on 911.
Got it. Okay.
She also voiced Tina Todd and Candy. One of her most famous roles that as soon as I heard her voice in Young Justice, Max has a series called Young Justice, and she did the voice for Madame Xanadu.
Oh, yes. I remember watching that episode and I was like, that voice sounds familiar.
Mary West, and Mary West was the mother of Wally West, and Tola as well. For Marvel, she did voice work and played Storm, She-Hulk on the second season of The Incredible Hulk, replacing Lisa Zane.
Wow.
And she fit in perfectly. She also she also worked on Spider-Man, the new animated series, and did the voice of Gloria Grant. And oh yeah, this girl's just everywhere. So yeah, they talked about her doing Storm. She did the voice of Little Falcon in the Little Kitty series. You see, here you go. You got all of them up here. She also did some work for the Lego stuff, the Superhero Squad show, the little Legos. She did some voice work for all of the Legos of the Marvel series that have been coming on for a while. And also, for those that have watched, and I'm currently watching this right now, Guardians of the Galaxy on Disney Plus, the latest, I guess, installment. I guess that's the only actually installment of that series. Well, she did the voice of Nebula.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's why. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so
okay.
she also did the voice of Darlene Wilson from Avengers Assemble, which is something else that I've really gotten into. So yeah, she's done both DC and Marvel, and she has been doing this for well over almost 40 years now. In fact, 40 years. She started 1983, and this is 2023.
We're talking about voice acting royalty right here.
And she truly started when she was a child, because she's only actually a few years older than me. Truly, like maybe 2 years older than me. So she really started doing. She did the voice of Penny when she was a teenager. How cool!
That is super dope. Doc Ho says, "Oh wow, I just knew about a different world. Every HBCU has a Freddie Brooks. I promise." Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, no, this girl is talented, and she is the best friend to the legendary actress Lisa Bonet in real life. They've been friends for a very long while. Kwame knows all about that. And so she's done a lot of work. She's voiced Tigress, Vixen, Storm, She-Hulk. She's really done it all.
Okay, are you done?
So, if you want to know more about Bree, can you please drop her fandom links?
Yes, I actually have them all prepped and ready. So this one is from the DCU or the DCAU fandom.com. I'm going to go ahead and drop that into the comments right here. You can go ahead and learn more about what she's done. We also have a Marvel animated .fandom.com as well to kind of show what she's done in the Marvel universe as well. So there's both of those for you. And you can just look up Cree Summer. Cree Summer is a phenomenal human being. And so I just think that she's just super dope. She came to the LA Film School one time to speak, and I remember her talking and just kind of how inspirational she is, and just kind of like how just kind of her talking about the immense amount of lanes within the film industry. A lot of people want to be a director, they want to do all the big things or whatever, but there's still important, powerful roles and powerful positions that you can have, and she's become, a very high dollar value, voice actress. And so people run to her, and she's not cheap. No, it's because she does it with excellence. So she's making
really good money.
She's making really good money. So
she just got nominated. For those who don't know this, she actually did a guest appearance on a comedy show on FX called What We Do in the Shadows. It's a comedy vampire show that is very popular, actually. And her episode, I believe, was Emmy nominated. She was Emmy nominated for her guest appearance on that show. So even in live action, she's doing her thing. She's still funny as all get out. She really, it was a really standout episode that she did. So congratulations to her. Yeah.
All right, Queen. Well, continue to glow up. Continue to thank you for all of the stuff that you do, and thank you for bringing, your expertise, your grace, to what we now know as voice acting. So, thank you for all that you do. Let's go ahead and start shutting down. All right, 40 years of excellence, Queen. 40 years of excellence. All right, y'all. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We appreciate you. We want to go ahead and start wrapping up the show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share to other people so we can join. If you know any Blerds that may be interested in all of the kind of comic book stuff or whatever, definitely check them out and let people know about us or whatever. And so we'll bring them in and they can become a Maverick. But Dominic, do you have anything else before we go?
No, just remember that graphic novels are really a big deal still, and it's not just for children, obviously. There are a lot of adults who we're talking about that are still deeply involved in everything that we do. And it's really good to stay young, So stay young, everybody. Stay unusual.
Stay unusual, yes, indeed. And there's a lot. Dr. will say, start over. Nah, you got to catch the replay. But no, I'm actually there is a huge Blerd community on TikTok. So I've really just recently been connecting with a lot of different people. Hopefully we can get them in as guests on the Unusual Mavericks in 2024. But I'm looking forward. I'm just seeing just how huge the Blerd community is, and I think that there's a lot of people that embrace the nerdism, if you will. And there's a lot of people that really do watch a lot of these shows that are integrated as huge fan bases. So Comic-Con is not just for the palm colors; it's for us too. So make comic books great again. We'll leave that alone. Anywho, remember to stay unusual, you guys. We're out. We'll see you on the next one.
All right.
Bye.